The dopamine hit of calling someone out, because there ain't no better feeling than that dopamine hit. What happens to us when we're the ones doing the judging? Because, believe it or not, judging others, especially when you're in a group, actually feels good to the brain. Neuroscience shows that moral outrage activates the same reward systems as food or praise. It releases dopamine. That's why it feels empowering to say, I'm calling this person out. It gives us a hit of righteousness. It says,
I'm one of the good ones. Praise me for being fantastic and morally correct.
The problem is, judgment starts to become addictive, and the line between real accountability and performative outrage starts to blur, unfortunately, but that's what happens. So, once the outrage is activated, your brain doesn't go hunting for the truth. It goes hunting for evidence that you're already right. And that's what we call confirmation bias. We ignore evidence that challenges our view and cling to whatever reinforces it. And on social media, that bias gets amplified. We see one clip, one screenshot, one quote, and we decide, this person is bad. From here, the crowd moves fast. Nuance disappears. Nobody asks or wonders what the full story is, or if anything was taken out of context. Because, of course not. No one really does that on the internet. We become very certain, very quickly, and very loud about it. When it comes to loudness, it's not really a method of being right. The louder you are does not mean you're more right. The reason why someone speaks louder, two reasons. One, they're in a crowd and they want to get their voice heard by everyone. And the other reason is to make someone else submit to them. You raise your voice to get the other person to submit to you. There's a psychological concept called the shadow self, coined by Carl Jung. Oddly enough, I did cover this in another video, one of my earlier ones, in fact. And this whole shadow self, it's part of us that holds the traits we deny, suppress, or we're just flat out ashamed of. And sometimes when we see someone else express a version of that, we attack them. For example, if someone seems arrogant, but we're secretly insecure, we might go after them not because of what they did, but because it hit one of our nerves. And this, as you may have guessed, is called projection. And it happens a lot in online judgment. We don't just dislike others, we judge the things in them that we haven't made peace with in ourselves. Main point, do not deny yourself. You should definitely try to accept all aspects of yourself. Of course, acting on those parts is a different story. And this brings us to another angle of the Kirsche Weiss story. When Anna Valens published the article about Kirsche, many people pointed out that Anna herself had a history of controversial posts, including writings about intrusive thoughts and taboo topics that I do not want to go in detail or discuss with a 10-foot pole. Actually, make that a 100-foot pole. Now, I'm not here to diagnose anyone, but a lot of people felt that projection was happening, that Anna was calling out someone else while carrying unexamined issues of her own. That's not to shame Anna, but it serves as a reminder. We need to ask ourselves, when we judge someone harshly, what are we really reacting to? Is it them, or is it something inside us? Something that we reject about ourselves? If you found this helpful, like and subscribe. The doctor is out.